Welcome, boys and girls, to another episode of the Jets Afterburners podcast. This is New York Jets Stand 16. The reason for this here is I wanted to get to know you guys just a little bit more. Wanted to ask you a certain question. This is, again, not Jets related, this episode, but it is to the point where I want to understand you, the fan. Where are you in life? Are you happy? Are you sad? Is it to a certain point where you're content? You're looking at life through the prisms of happiness, sadness, addiction? That's what I want to know. A reason why I started this whole series, Liam and I, is because we know that there's something deeper going on with each and every one of us. There's a mental health aspect. There's an internal warfare that occurs within all of us. There is certain physicalities that we look in the mirror and that we are not happy from what we see. And maybe the picture from a different vantage point, from someone else's perspective, they might look at you and they say, oh, well, you look great. You look amazing. But you look at it as a reflection of disappointment. Maybe there's certain decisions that you've made during life that you feel that it's judging you constantly. Maybe there might be certain people that are close to you that you always seek approval day in, day out. And their opinions of you continue to weigh heavy. The whole purpose of the series, was to get different opinions of high-level individuals. John, who we had, he's the owner of Stormborn Strengths out in Howard Beach. Dr. Kiltz is a doctor in fertility. Dr. Sean Baker, enormous. He was on Joe Rogan. Then we had other individuals who had life-changing experiences on diets, predominantly carnivore. Now, I'm not saying that carnivore is the answer to everything. Herbivore, people that want to go the vegan route, by all means, it's something to trigger a change in the positive direction of your life. What happens to us, especially me, I know from my own experience, you become stagnant. You become content. You become settled in your own narrative where this is where I'm at. Let's say I'm 23, I'm 44, I'm 60, I'm 80, this is it. This is my peak of my life, and this is where I'm going to stay. And I feel great about it. There's no reason to level up anymore. That, to me, is an enormous mistake in life. I think what happens when we become so comfortable in staying where we are is people that are around us, they see it. And what happens is we have a direct and indirect cascade to what our actions are and to the people that are looking at us. Sometimes we don't even know that we might be role models. If you have kids, if you have cousins, if you have, again, nephews, people see you and they see how you portray yourself. They see if you're successful. They see if you're lazy. Your actions dictate the next fruits of your labor. I always felt that laziness is a choice. It's a choice to the point where how do you feel you're being viewed, and how do you view yourself, most importantly? I always look in the mirror every morning and I say, are you good? Are you good? Are you good today? I think these are healthy conversations that you have to have with yourself when there's no one around you. It's you and you, eye to eye. You can't fool yourself. You can't lie to yourself. The proof is staring right back at you. So my journey, again, when I started this here in about late October, I was about 240 pounds, pushing 244, 245. I was having issues, gut issues. Not only that, I was setting a very bad example. You see, addiction comes in various forms. It can come in drugs, cocaine, heroin. It can come in beer, alcohol, hard liquor. It's your outlet. In order to step outside of your realism, that world where 8 to 4, 9 to 5, then when I come out, I got to come home. I got to deal with certain things, maybe with my family or maybe with my mom or my dad, my brothers. They don't understand me. And you follow this pattern and it's day in, day out, and it's monotonous, constant repeat over and over and over until something drastic happens, to the point where you're faced at the crossroads. What can you do next? Do you stay where you are at? Or do you shift? It's going to be costly. It's going to ruffle a lot of feathers. It's going to make a lot of people uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, you know that you made the right decision. My journey, sometime late October into November, I made a conscious decision. I'm not there for my family. I'm not there 100%. I have fog-headed mindset. I can't think thoroughly. What the heck is going on here? I'm trying to do a podcast. Then I'm trying to take care of life. I'm trying to take care of so many things. But what happens? Everything's on my shoulders. Everything. Any little bit someone says something about me, I got to think about it. And I'm sure you guys go through something very similar. But how do I come out of that and look at things objectively and not let things tick me off anymore? I know. Make a change, right? The epitome and definition of insanity is doing something over and over and expecting a change. Problem there. So I decided to do the carnivore diet. You may or may not agree with it. I get it, but it's a change. It's something that you have to willfully think about. What sort of change can I make and can do in order to change my life's trajectory? Right now, I have no foghead mindset at all. I think thoroughly. I'm not perfect. I got my hiccups. We all do. But that's the beauty of life. You go through your failures, and the majority of successes are learned from your failures. I've learned from so many different people. I've surrounded myself with positive thinkers, individuals that continue to think about life's next challenges. And when they're going through life and there's an enormous task that comes with it and it's unforeseen, how do you handle that? Those are the individuals that I want to be around. You are who you surround yourself. So, in my opinion, it kind of goes like this. What are you trying to achieve in life? You have one life, just one. You could be fit right now and say, maybe this ain't for me. You could be probably beyond 250, 300 pounds, whatever the case is. There should be no judgments. The only judgment is yourself looking in the reflection. What more can you do for yourself? What more can you do for your family? What more can you do for others? I think mental health plays a very large role within everyone's upbringing, how you were raised, what environment you were, what kind of lenses are you looking life through. Sometimes you try to make sense of it and you try to put someone else in front of you and say, why is this person treating me like this? Why? Why does that he or she does not get me? I'm right. They're always wrong. And you always place yourself as the victim consistently. I think we have to snap out of that. I think as a community, people that you're walking in step with in life, you're going through with maybe neighbors or whatever the case is, you're looking at life in a certain method where maybe you may have to make some changes. Maybe you might have, you could put it over there. Sorry, you see, it's It's my wife there. Our refrigerator broke yesterday. We don't have a spare. We have a little one over here, and we're just trying to jam everything in there. Again, these are the complications in life, right? Even something small like that. Did I flip out last night? Like, oh, what is it? I would be lying if I said no. It blindsided me. But the big thing is refocusing. Refocus. What's important? If I'm going nuts, right? I got my kids looking at me. Oh, so this is how you have to respond when life hits you, when you have no idea where it's coming from. Sit back, assess, reevaluate, look at life, and say, hold on a second. I'm in control here. I cannot change the circumstance, but I can change my actions. Am I the master of my realm? Am I? Am I going to allow a refrigerator breaking down destroy the time that I have with my family, the moment in life? No, that's not. Because in the grand scheme of things, it's a speck of time. But the people that looked at you, seeing how you reacted, that lasts a lifetime. Think about it. Reverting back, your upbringing, how was it? Think about it for a second. How was your upbringing? Was it normal? Mom and dad, beautiful yard, food every day, going to church Sundays, coming back, honky-dory. Or were you missing a parent? Did you have a brother pass away, someone who you loved the most? Were you living with your parents or one parent or no parents kind of day to day, wishing that you had more? Were you brought up in anger where everything just wasn't falling right? Angry. This is how life is. It's unfair and it'll never be better. Whatever I do. Or did you grow up where, you know what? I'm just going to let things roll off my back. How was it? Whatever it was an experience. Good, bad, or in between. You're at a point right now watching this video. You got to ask yourself certain questions. How can I better my legacy? You, the one watching right now, how can you better yourself? At what point can you make the difference? Can your vibrations of life change the wavelengths of others? It starts now. How many times, and I know I could speak from my experience that when I was overweight, whatever the case is, even not overweight, not being, you could be in the tip-top shape and not be well between the ears. How many times we say, Monday, I'm going to start. I'm going to start Monday and I'm going to eat well. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to read a book. And then Monday comes and the shadows of life overtake you. And you're like, not today. Got to be honest with you. Got to be real. There's been many times in the past where I would wake up in the morning, everybody's asleep, I go into the bathroom, I look in the mirror and I say, today's the day. Today, I'm going to change. I feel fresh. I feel great. My mind is open. I'm going to change the way I eat, the way I interact with people. This is it. As the day progressed, there would be a voice inside, roughly around 11:45 a.m. And I would hear, today's not the day. I don't know who you're kidding yourself. Around 2 p.m., I told you today wasn't the day. 6 p.m., today wasn't the day. Neither was yesterday, and it'll never be. These are strongholds. that we allow as human beings to say, we're not in control. We just go with it. That's what I wanted to touch on right now is willpower. People say, I don't have the willpower. I don't have the willpower. I don't have what it takes to get to that next level. Man, my friends were going out to a bar, whatever the case is. There's chicken wings. I know it's not good for me, all that. I'm in the moment. I got to do it. Step back. Grab a diary. Surround yourself with certain YouTube videos that are positive, that kind of go through that road. You're not the only one. Sorry to say that. You're not the only one, which is a good thing. You need to make sure that you go along with someone that has done it, been there, and you feed off of those positive journeys. This is the beauty of life, is getting to know that there are different doors of positivity, of routes, of getting through the worst of life, losing someone or being stuck in an addiction. We interviewed a couple of individuals that were addicted to alcohol and drugs. Man, it's nasty. It's a nasty demon to slay. Consistently, there's a war going on mentally. There's no stop. You try to come out of it, but it pulls you in over and over and over. And you're saying, this can't be. I'm free, but I'm jailed within this layer of skin. How can I just crash out? You see, that's the problem, right? When you get to that certain point, where I hate to say it, but we have to talk about it. Suicidal thoughts. Great friend of mine who I grew up with. We do an honoring the veterans show, in which last year we started it, and that was in honor of my great friend Kyle. He was suffering from a traumatic childhood. Then he went to the Army. There was PTSD there. And sometimes when you go through certain valleys, you start thinking, and all of a sudden, within your thoughts, as sick as this might sound, you start getting inspired by the dark thoughts and saying the only way out is to go through this ticket. This is my golden ticket. This is the advice I have for you. If you're thinking of that, of taking your life, do not do that. Don't do it. Your loved ones are depending on you. Even the ones you haven't even met yet are depending on you breathing, on you getting out of this funk, and are relying on your story. Snap out of it and seek help. There is help out there. Very difficult to do. But I'm telling you, don't go that route. For me, I'm Christian. And I know maybe you might be tuning out right now. Oh, here we go with the religion. But you know what? I know within myself, my strong Christian beliefs, that there is a higher power. There is love. And love conquers all. You may be in a depressed state, in a state where life is so dim that the only course of action is what we just spoke about. That is not the answer. Love is the key. Love is the way in which the roads of life begin to become broad and the doors start opening for you. The key is love. Understand that you are loved, that there's a purpose for you. Don't ever think that your motion throughout life is just I'm just part of an existence. That is not it. You were born for a reason. You may have made mistakes in the past. We've all done it. Some worse, some not so bad. But the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Look at life in its vast, amorous perspective. Life is here for you to enjoy. Choose love. If a parent treated you bad, you have the choice to make that change. Call that person up. Dad, mom, listen, mom, we got to have a conversation. Childhood wasn't that great. Why don't you come and see your grandchildren more often? What's going on here, Ma? Uncle, whatever. What's going on? What happened? How come you weren't there in my childhood? But I can't change the past. Uncle or aunt or mom or dad, or whatever the case is. I want to start a new relationship right now. Don't hold things against people. That's the ball and chain approach. Sometimes we're full of venom. And we look at other people and say, how can we be vindicated? How can we finally get through to this person? This person deserves this. Karma. I hear this word so much. Karma. I don't believe in karma. Goes around, comes around. Well, you get what you deserve. No. You deserve love. Maybe you were mean to me. Maybe it's my decision right now to change this around. And instead of wishing you bad, I'm going to confront you. I'm going to say, let's have a talk. Let's have a one-on-one. And if you don't, then my conscience is clean because I tried a different approach. Pray for your enemies. In order to better this world, we have to reach out, even to the people that we cannot stand the most. We have to make that effort in order to make this place, this where we live here, a road where we can all learn from each other. Every individual has a talent, every one of us. If you're watching right now, let's say you're on the couch, bag of Doritos, beer, and you're looking at this. Well, what purpose do I have? What talent do I got? I got nothing. I don't know how to fix a tire. I don't know how to do plumbery or whatever the case is. I don't know. Maybe you still haven't discovered your talent just as yet. Don't stop. There's got to be a spark in your life in which you have to pursue. Maybe it's something like Liam and I do, a podcast. Two dudes that just talk about the Jets. Again, we do this as a pastime, right? We may not see eye to eye or whatever the case is, but it's just a pastime, just to get out of our comfort levels on our respective lives and whatnot. But it's not everything. See, I think having a hobby is a good thing. You come out and the hobbies can turn into something else, something more positive, getting to know more people. The worst thing is to be cocooned and to make the choice, I'm not leaving. I'm comfortable where I am at, and I'm not changing. Change is a good thing. Change allows you to grow wings and fly and seek certain levels higher than you ever imagined. This is just me in a nutshell. I know I touched a bunch of topics and whatnot, but I know that someone needed to hear this. It's not about the likes. It's not about the subscriptions. This series is all about helping your neighbor, helping you, helping me. We're all intertwined. We're all tethered together. Let's make life worth living. Guys, I appreciate you so much just reaching to the end. Just know that continue being genuine, continue being authentic. That's the most important part of your journey in life. And don't be afraid. Be strong and courageous. For I, the Lord, with you, am with you every step that you are going. So do not worry about faltering. Don't worry about slipping up, falling. It's part of this. It's part of the challenges. Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And that's not just some saying. It's God's honest truth. Stay strong, and we'll see you every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Stay safe, guys. God bless.